I just wanted to ask you, does it make sense to present to Christians, especially, the concept that there are over 50 sources in TaNaCh, in the Torah, in the prophets, in the writings, that says, where God declares that his eternal with the Jewish nation his covenant with the Jewish nation is eternal. And it's a promise from God. By considering replacement theology or anything else that Israel was replaced by the Christians or any other people, they are obviously completely denying his omnipresent, ability to predict the past, present, future. So his omnipotent abilities are being denied by the Christians, saying, no, he erred. He erred that it is not eternal. He broke it. And how could he not have seen that? Is that not a completely valid argument?
It is, but given that you live in the United States, I can't say it's a waste of time, but most Christians already not most, I retract that. But roughly 70 million Americans, that's 1 out of every 5 Americans, would agree with you. Anyways, thank you for your question.
Go ahead and ham to it for your answer. Thank you.
So it is true that we are told explicitly all over TaNaCh, including Jeremiah 31, so says the Lord who created the sun to illuminate the day, the sun, the stars, and the moon and the stars to illuminate the night. If the very foundations of the earth could be measured, so too will I reject, so too will I cast off the seed of Israel from being a nation before me. In Amos chapter 9, we are told from verse 14. So all these books like Joel and Amos begin with very tough criticism. So it's not like Amos is going, it's all going to be great. Amos, like Isaiah, like all of them, the style was to harsh criticism to make us better. But Amos, who lived during the same time of Isaiah, they were contemporaries. Amos, in fact, was from this area of Judea in Jerusalem, in this area, but he went up north and he preached to the northern tribes. They were contemporaries. Amos tells us, I encourage you to read Amos chapter 14, 15, just read the end of Amos, that once the Jews are restored back to the land, means here we are, the Israel can never be destroyed, never be uprooted again. Please read Amos 9, verse 15 for yourself. It explicitly says this, and you're right. But you're asking me, can you use this as a polemic against Christians? Well, you could against Tucker Carlson. You could against Sedevacantis. You could against Candace Owens. You could against people who preach replacement theology. There are a lot of guys like that. There are a lot of Christians who are ultra-conservative Catholics, SSPX Catholics, ultra-traditionalist Catholics. So these passages could be problematic for them. Would they really pay attention to TaNaCh? Hardly. They could. The Orthodox Church, there are many millions of Americans that are members of the Orthodox Church who really believe in replacement theology, right? So you could use it against them, but they're really not involved in Jewish evangelism. So those who believe in replacement theology or covenant theology, these passages might be meaningful if they're really good faith actors. I should mention something very important for you to know just about Christian denominations. Whereas the idea of dispensationalism, now what that really means has nothing to do with our topic, but the term has come to be interchangeable with Christian Zionism. They're not this. They don't mean the same thing at all. But they come from the teachings of John Nelson Darby, and was spread by Cyrus Schofield in his Bible published in the 20th century, prior to World War One. So these people utterly reject the notion that the Jews will replace. And in fact, God has a covenant with the Jews, and Israel belongs to the Jewish people. That's really what Charlie Kirk believed, thoroughly believed. So that idea, while it emerged from Darby and from Moody and from Schofield's Bible, I think by World War One, I think 4 million copies were published. It had a very big impact, but it did not remain just among dispensationalists, but spread all over the place. So there were many Catholics that, you take a guy like Marco Rubio, I assure you, he's Roman Catholic. I assure you, he believes that the Jewish people are especially uniquely chosen. That does not mean that Jews go to heaven. Not that, but the Jews have a special blessing. And this is what Charlie believed in and spoke about constantly. There are many such people like this who are very pro-Israel, who technically are Roman Catholics. So a lot of Catholics who are very, very, very pro-Israel. But the institution, the Roman Catholic Church, does not believe this. But there are a lot of really great Catholics out there. Former House Speaker Newt Gingrich. You have the former governor of Pennsylvania, Rick Santorum, Roman Catholic. Very, very, and so on. I don't have to go further on this. So I would say that in the universe that you're occupying, and that is addressing Christian missionaries, those passages that you can identify that speak about the permanent eternal covenant with the Jewish people would not be meaningful to them, because almost all the missionaries that are trying to convert Jews are people who believe that God has chosen Jews. Now, the word chosen here, in this case, both for us and for them, does not mean that all Jews are going to heaven. It doesn't mean that Bernie Sanders is saved at all, that Bobby Fischer went to heaven. We don't believe it. The only people that believe they're really chosen, meaning that they're God's favorite people, and therefore they're automatically going to heaven, automatically they have a ticket to heaven, are those who believe in Reformed theology, like Calvinists. Those are the real people who think they're chosen. We do not believe that Jews are chosen to go to heaven, or we believe the Jews are unique and chosen by God in order to be a light to the nations, and only those Jews who fulfill that mandate, so they will have a proper reward, as non-Jews who are the Chasidi Umas Ha'olam, who are the pious of the nations of the world. So this is a whole. So I just would say to you, just to close this up, is you're going down the wrong path here. It's true, there's a lot of crazy anti-Semitism on YouTube, and a lot of stuff out there saying the Jews are not chosen, the Jews today are not really Jews. I just did a video on this where I was addressing this one pastor, and based on Romans chapter 2, 28 and 29, forget all that. Okay, those guys are not really involved in Jewish evangelism, so this is not an issue, but it is on YouTube. It's a big deal. Okay, but the people, Jews for Jesus, does not believe this. Chosen People Ministries does not believe that. So be careful how you approach the issues. Thank you for your question.
Guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, go to Rabbi Singer's channel as well, and also don't forget his 2-volume book set, Let's Get Biblicals, Volume 1 and 2. The audio files are available, but the CDs are not, but they're available on his website.
The MP3. Let me say, I want to just one other thing for you guys. Listen carefully. Pay no attention to that man. No, listen to me. It's so important. If you believe in the work that William is doing, that we're doing here, whenever you watch any of our videos, please like it and please share it. It's very important because it really affects the algorithm so that our videos are spread around. So really it's very, very important that whenever you see a video of William, a video of mine, it's very important to like it I hope we like it.
Yeah.
But if you do, don't just pass it. Just make sure you like it and make sure that you subscribe to channels, because it really has a very big impact on spreading Torah throughout the world. It's very, very important. You should really go through our videos and make sure that those videos that you haven't liked yet, you do like them. It really has a very, very big impact on spreading this message. Anyway, shalom.
Yeah. And commenting on them also helps generate views as well, so it kind of refreshes them on the system. So,
Yeah.
Rabbi, thank you. Great show, and we'll see you, Hashem willing, same time, same place next week. Shalom, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
If you enjoy this channel and the content, and it has changed your life, or perhaps the life of a loved one or a close friend, would you please consider supporting this work? You can click this link and it'll take you directly to my website with the donate button. Or there's a Patreon link and a mailing address for snail mail if you would prefer. If you do donate, please do me a favor and leave me a phone number where I can contact you and thank you properly. I hope you all have a wonderful 2025. Shalom.